This comedian has had shows canceled in Amsterdam, Sydney, and Melbourne, but continues to sell out theaters full of adoring fans all over the world. Why? Because he's Israeli. He's a self-loving Jew who finds the humor in the horror and uses laughter to spread a message of peace, connection, and Jewish pride. Plus, we've got exclusive footage from his most recent US show that you won't find anywhere else. He's Yohay Sponder, I'm Jonah Platt, and this is Being Jewish. Today's episode of Being Jewish is brought to you by Honeymoon Israel, a nonprofit that helps young couples build real Jewish community through an unforgettable group trip. Check out their new Argentina experience at honeymoonisrael.org/beingjewish. Yohay, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you very much, brother. It's really happy to, an honor to be here. This is, I told you I follow the show.
We've been following each other from afar, so it's great to get to be in the same room together.
Before that specific war, it felt that the American Jews are kind of involved, and in a way. But after October 7th, I saw more and more. I also saw people that went silent completely.
Of course.
So that's why my appreciation stays with those who chose to use their platforms and make a voice about it.
I feel like it's gone both ways, where Americans have been more involved, even more than they already were before with Israel, and that Israelis are really noticing and appreciating Americans and more diaspora Jews and realizing, we're all in this together. When we catch shit, they're catching a lot of shit in a different way too.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into this. So as I mentioned, my wife Courtney, weekly shout out to Courtney, and I were at your show last night. And I want to help some of the folks at home who may not know you or be familiar with your stuff get to know you a little bit. So you're an Israeli, but you do your comedy in English.
Yeah.
Why? And how did that start?
Somewhere between 2008 or 2012 that I really started, I had this idea that my comedy could be interesting in English. I felt some sense of that it's going to be fun in a second language, that English is a funnier language.
Why is English funnier?
The structure of the language is opposite than Hebrew. Uh-huh. So basically, when you say stuff that with a lot of nouns on it, describing something, the funniest thing you can put in the end, and that's better for comedy.
Right.
That's just one example for.
Because Hebrew is sort of like it comes backwards, like
it's like chatul lavan,
right?
But in English you would say white cat,
right?
So the thing's gonna be in the end. So the surprise goes as far as possible. That's
I totally
just
get that. That makes sense.
That's a little thing. And the second thing is that the Israeli comedy style weren't ever not funny or was under pressure. So it's a lot of jokes per minute. Comparing to the American or British style, it's more lean back, and they take their time. It's storytelling, and that makes it more aired.
When you said you felt like your comedy would be funnier in English, what was your comedy in 2008 as opposed to, we'll get into exactly what your comedy is now, but is it different from what you were doing when you first started?
Yeah, it's evolving, it's evolving. Imagine it was almost 10 years before Me Too campaign. So I had jokes about relationship that all the bad things is on her. They just want to talk all the time, like the jokes of that time. And then I had a show in, I think, was it in Bucharest? Romania.
Okay.
I had the sense, I started learning English, but when I flew to Romania to do a show in Hebrew to Israelis, I was like, this is cool to travel and perform. I love it.
Right.
And that encouraged me to do more English studying to start.
Certainly opens up a lot more opportunities.
Yeah. So it's 10 years that we're doing shows in English.
Yeah. Tell me more about Funny Monday.
We open up the scene for everyone who want to perform in English, both Israelis and non-Israelis. The big stars that come to. Jeff Ross was in Israel to open for Chris Rock, right? He came to do a spot on Funny Monday.
That's awesome.
It's a lot of fun. 10 years, 90 episodes that you can watch on YouTube.
When would you say your comedy shifted from, I'm just making jokes about relationships, etc., to I'm making jokes about what it's like to be Jewish and be Israeli and really, focus on that messaging?
Performing in Hebrew versus performing in English, it changed the shifting right away, because when you're performing in English, you're performing in places that people are less Israelis, and that makes you tell them who you are. So you joke about who you are from an external perspective. Mm-hmm. I always had jokes about myself alongside jokes about relationship and the other stuff. So it always felt like I'm talking about everything that's funny to me in my perspective then. Today I can tell you that the more you grow, the more subjects, the more things bother you. You know, the fact that there are starving kids in Africa didn't bother me when I was 23. Mm-hmm. But today I have jokes about it that I'm saying that, you know, I had a bit now in Manhattan that I'm talking to non-Jews. I'm talking about the fact that I'm Jewish. I'm acknowledging it. But then I'm talking about world's problem. I'm saying when my friend tells me, I love the fact that I'm a father. I'm really happy to be a father. But when my friend tells me, I'm not sure I want to have kids. So I'm saying, if you don't want to have kids, don't have. I don't think it's something that someone that is not sure of should have.
Yeah.
Especially when we have 400 million orphans on the planet.
That's crazy.
Right? So take one, see if you like. You don't like, put it back. But if, you know, like that's... So it's stuff that it's, of course, a little bit mixed with dark humor, but it's a given fact that stuff that I deal with.
You've called your recent touring your reserve duty.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, more than once I've heard you say it.
Really?
Yeah, I think you said it even last night.
No, it's a smart thing to say. It's just I'm happy with me saying it.
Yeah, it was a good one. Yeah. What do you think a comedian can communicate that traditional PR can't communicate?
I think in every form of art that you have, it's a good thing to care about something. It's something that boiled in us, that we decide that we want to make a change.
I mean, I'm more outside of it than you, but it doesn't appear to me that every comedian has something like what you just described. I feel like some are just like being funny or just observational, or, you know, I don't know that they have something deeper.
So I don't think all people are alike to begin with, but I'm saying if you're good in your craft and you know what you're doing, right, and you love the art that you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is, right? I like to carve in clay or whatever you're doing, your art is. If you have something that you want to say, a story that you want to tell, that makes it 10 times more powerful.
Sure.
And I'm not judging people that they don't bother by it. I see 10 comedians every time that I'm in the Comedy Cellar that they're Jewish. Half of them would not even mention the fact that they're Jewish. The other half would joke about Judaism, and they join I wouldn't make fun of my fact that I'm Jewish. I wouldn't make fun of Judaism. Alongside the other stuff that I'm doing, it makes sense. It balances out. But if the only thing that you say about Jews is your criticism as a comedian about yourself, which is understood, it's a comedy style, it's American comedy style. What you are, you can do.
I mean, I feel a sense as an audience member that there is we're starting to see the pendulum swing back a little bit. I feel like people want to be able to laugh at whatever again and be more gloves off and make fun of each other equally. Do you feel that at all in the audiences as you're around the US, that like people are hungry for that kind of humor?
Comedians that they're one or two generation before me, they push that cart back. I think it's happening for a few years now that they're against that culture that dictate what you can say, what you can't say. And so they did a lot of hard work for all of us.
I would imagine, though, it's different in Israel.
Yeah, in Israel, it's not, you can say whatever you want. This country is under pressure it's not just because we're savage. We are savages. I'm not going to defend that. We are. No, but I don't think that's the reason for the free speech on stage. We had one case that someone said, like, he did, we call it afuch al afuch. He did like opposite. The sarcasm, did the joke about vegan people.
Okay.
And if you hear the joke, he's really making fun of the people that they're not vegan.
Okay.
Because the character is making fun of the vegans is really pushing it to the place that if you have really basic common sense, you understand that those jokes are pro-vegan.
Okay.
So they got him out of stage. Someone just grabbed him out of the stage because they got annoyed by that. Now it was a paid gig. You get the money anyway. Doesn't matter. And it was a big deal in the news and everything. So that was funny to me when I saw that it's so rare that someone get offended. Like, he got canceled. It's the first case that I heard of in Israel.
That was the thing? The veganism was the thing?
Yes, someone that says someone got really hurted by the joke, and that just show you how we are mainly okay with everything else. People, but I think also the community grew. So you don't see a lot of like fat shaming jokes or ethnical background. I don't feel that we're not allowed to do it, and that's the reason that we don't do it. I feel that it just spiritually growing from the 90s and the 2000s.
Just more stuff seeping into to the culture.
We've been affected by the woke culture and the PC from America, but in a good way. It never was it didn't police us. It just inspired us to be, to be funny naturally and to say stuff that they're not too much. And we push the borders at the same time.
What's your biggest goal with your career right now? To be the biggest comedian you can be, or to spread, your message, your Jewish pride, your connection? And would you give up one for the other?
This question is too good. I don't know. It's good to do those podcasts because it
makes you think.
Sends you home with homework. And in one point in my life, I found myself doing both of those, and in a very high speed. And you gotta stop sometimes and think, what do you want from life?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I think doing comedy, it's my main thing. So if you ask me if I need to pick one, I want to make people laugh. I think this is in my core. I'm just happy that I had the opportunity and the privilege to use that tool to spread messages and to make it from observational comedy that I really love. And you feel the energy goes up when you move to dumb jokes all of a sudden in the show. The most self-loving Jew, the most, Zionist show you can, but in that show, you all of a sudden you give them a break. Escapism in a comedy show. Inside of a comedy show, escapism for stupid jokes. And you feel how that's the real comedy also. It's comedy.
Say more about that. What do you mean? So like when you go to the jokes that are not so on the topic, you feel people are like super excited for that, and there's like an even higher level of release maybe?
Yeah, I mean, there are stuff that they're really painful for you in your soul, and there are stuff that there has nothing to do with any pain. It's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't, when the masseuse is pressuring in a place that, don't touch there. Or sometimes he presses like, oh, exactly there,
right.
Touch there.
Yeah.
It's the same reaction, but sometimes it's really painful, and sometimes it's not ready yet for the massage. So escapism has nothing to do with that pain at all. It's just talking about stupid things that happen to everyone.
Right.
That's the secret of success of a lot of great comedians, that they never even dealt with the biggest questions in life, and they multi-billionaires right now.
Right.
Knowing that and still walking my path, I'm telling you that I'm happy to do what I'm doing. I feel that that's what I had to do.
It's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about your canceled shows. You got canceled in Amsterdam by Boom Chicago. I love Boom Chicago. I went as a teenager.
I used to love them too.
I know. It's for folks who don't know, it's an English language comedy theater in Amsterdam where folks like Jordan Peele, Seth Meyers, Jason Sudeikis have come out of there. I've been doing improv since I was a teenager, and I am almost thought about auditioning for them after college, but now I'm pissed off because of what happened to you. So tell us the story.
So basically, we're looking up on the site of the Boom Chicago to see what's happening with the tickets. I don't know.
You had two shows scheduled.
I think we were sold out in the first one, and the second one did really well, almost sold out. And the show's not on the site at all. They're just not on the site.
And this is how long before you're supposed to perform?
4 days before.
Were you already in the Netherlands?
No, I almost flew. And it was, okay, maybe it's a technical problem. Let's check it out. And we emailed them. They emailed us back. We're sorry. We took it off because of some threats that we got. We consulted with the police, and they said that we should not do the show here because it's too dangerous and we can't secure our team. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And the police's job is to secure that show. That's exactly, they had one job.
Right.
And they said, like, we're sorry, we can't do it. We checked with the police. We didn't find any file any complaint that filed.
Like, if you hadn't emailed them, were they just, not going to tell you?
I think they would. I think they were about to. It was kind of the weekend, but they just took it off the site to get the heat. They plan on it or whatever. But
did you see the quote unquote heat that they were getting? Was it like online stuff or like somebody called them?
Yeah, because people that they're sending email to them, they're sending email to us and they're threatening us. I know these kind of people. And I know this kind of vibe and this kind of text. This is crazy that I have stories about anti-Semitism that my grandfather had.
Yeah, like what kind of stuff are they saying?
Like threats. Threats
like
of
physical harm threats?
Losers. They are the good kids and they're Hamas. Used to be good kids, but they're just stupid and they think they're doing the right thing.
Right.
They think they're pushing some innocent people and they're helping innocents.
Right.
Which that's the most painful part in this, that they just think we're the bad ones and they don't. I'm not saying you go study because I want you to be on my side. I'm not saying that to no one. I'm telling you, educate yourself, and then you'll decide what you're seeing if, to be in the right side of history.
Right, but you're ignorant yourself. Right now. You're
ignorant, and that's why you hate me.
Right.
Because you're stupid.
Right.
You not hate me because I'm a bad guy. You hate me because you don't know who's the bad guy is.
Mm-hmm. But you're saying that was one group. That is not who you were getting threats from.
I got threats from both.
Oh, from both.
But that's what so annoys me, that these guys would never be legitimate in the Palestinian society, but the way they look, by the way they talk, by the way they present themselves.
Right.
And they don't know that. Again, they're stupid. And they threat you, and this is the division of the woke people, that they could join together, extreme left with the extreme right, which is the racism of the racism of the Hamas.
Yeah.
That they're racist. This is this extreme right, where the only this is a Nazi agenda.
Yes.
Whoever is not us, we should kill. They don't even know that. You need to explain them to them, and they don't know. It's just insane. They got sent some emails and they canceled the show.
How did that feel? Like, what's the feeling of I've been canceled because I'm Israeli?
We turn it to not just lemonade. We turn it to limoncello. In the end of the day. And I'm talking a lot about when stupid people try to do something, they're not just not solving the problem, they make their problem 10 times bigger.
So how did you turn lemons into limoncello on this one?
So I rather you to put the clip.
Yeah, we could do that. All right. Let's roll the clip.
When the boom Chicago in Amsterdam, few days before the show, I see that they took off the advertisement of the show from the site. We're so sorry, we can't do the show. We're scared. Why don't we help you to find a Jewish venue? I told him, why don't I will help you to find a Jewish lawyer? And I sued him so bad, guys. I sued him. And he paid a lot. I donated the money to the kibbutzim in the south. $5%.
I know you've said that, boycotters double your income. Is that real? Like, you really have made money more so financially off of like cancellations and protests?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're breaking their contracts and stuff?
Yeah, stuff like that. But moreover, that the support of the community.
People come out more when they see that you're getting pressure.
It's more interviews per cancellation. It's more, you use that pressure and you use that cancellation. People get annoyed, but you use the platform. Because news channels in Australia that interview us for the cancellation in Sydney, we got, I think, also then twice as much as people that we're supposed to have. And it happened also in Amsterdam and more places. And I had a demonstration in Paris outside the show in Brussels and in Philadelphia. And I started to get friends with them.
With the people outside?
Yeah, they're funny.
Tell me about that.
They're just like listen, most of those people they don't know anything about Israel. They don't know the 2 million Arabs living with us. They don't know that there are 57 Muslim countries and we consider the colonizers. They don't know nothing. So it's so fun to see, just to look at them, and this is a miserable person that he just want to belong to something.
Yeah.
And even in this demonstration that he put up, 10 people showed up. Like it's sad. I'm sad for them.
How do those conversations go when you talk to them? Will they even engage with you?
When you get in an argument with someone about these issues, just the fact that you're Jewish alone, you have more information about those subjects than all of them combined. They don't know what you know, and they come with hate and empty brain from information and knowledge about the subject.
Yeah.
You will beat them 10 out of 10 in every circumstances.
Yeah.
So don't shy out from those engagements. It's just funny. Everything they say, you can have 3 better things to say about.
Yeah, I think I know what stops a lot of people is they go, well, I don't know all the facts of the history. I don't know all the data. I'm not going to be able to match, if they quote me numbers of Palestinians who had to leave and blah, blah, blah. And I always say, it's like, you don't need to be an expert in that stuff. You have to be an expert in hate against Jews and what that looks like and like what being a Jew is and focus on that. That's the main issue. You can talk about all that other stuff in any kind of setting. That's not the issue. The issue is the anti-Jew bigotry. That you need to become an expert in.
And it's all over. It's not, I'm not anti-Semite, I'm anti-Zionist.
Right.
All right. Why it's only with us you have it? Have you ever thought about it? Why there is no... I'm not anti-French.
Right. Why aren't you anti-Chinese government?
I'm anti-France. Oh, so what do you mean? Once all the French people get out of France, they're cool. But as long as the French in France, I'm anti-French. It's only with us. It's cool to say that.
Totally. Do you ever get anti-Zionist Jews at your shows?
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
But after I did a show in... I think it was Pittsburgh or Cleveland. My friend told me that he saw a lot of really lefties that enjoyed the show. He said these are people that just criticize Israel, and these people that they're not. You can't call them Zionists. He said I know this group of people. They came to see you. They loved you. He told me.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
All right, I don't know what's. Maybe they also need to relief and because I'm not either right wing or left wing by my material. If you ask me what my opinion, I really want to have peace as every human being, but I'm maybe more tending to right, maybe.
I mean, you got into some Donald Trump stuff last night in the show.
Yeah, but I'm happy to see that no matter where you're located in the political point of view, you can sit and enjoy stand-up about Israel, Palestine, or whatever is happening now.
Do you have a sense of where your American audiences have leaned politically, if they've been more right or more left, or just it all feels like just Jews?
I feel mainly Jews, but more and more allies with time.
That's
more and
great.
more Christians. I get. I really love to see. Hey, I'm not Jewish in the comments. I really love that because it shows support. I'm asking them sometimes, can I share this with the. Would love to show my people the support.
Do you find that they're coming as, friends of Jews, or do you have just fans who are non-Jewish who just love what you're doing?
When you see the Asian comics that break through, or the best example is the black comics.
Right.
That in the beginning of the 90s, you saw on mostly black audience in the beginning. Mm-hmm. They talk about differences between black and white and how they grew up and all the things. And with time, you see that they become mainstream, and more people start to say, okay, when it's funny, it's funny.
Yeah.
I don't care that I'm not what he is, and it's okay. You also don't have the same height that I have, and the same weight, and the same hair color. So, I'm just going to make you laugh about what I'm going through.
We talked about this a lot when I had Modi on the show, about, the ability to appeal beyond your own demographic. And he basically said the same thing as you. Like, there's plenty of people who love an Asian comedian or a black comedian who aren't black and aren't Asian, and no reason it can't be the same for a hilarious Jewish or Israeli comedian.
Yeah.
Australia also pulls your shows. There's a comedy chain, I guess, and they pull 2 of your shows, and they cite perceived insensitivity of your humor as reasoning.
They need to have something else. They can't say, hey, your nose, you know?
I mean, like,
your nose is too Jewish. They can't do that. So,
did you sue them? I mean, like, to me, that seems flat out racist, right? Unless they're canceling other people for their perceived insensitivities of their comedy.
Show me all the cases that you cancel someone because his content.
Right.
Show me one more, not like 10 more. Show me one another case.
I mean, what was the feeling there? Same kind of vibe as Amsterdam, or does this one hit different?
You don't feel it's personal. You feel it's
That's
like
good.
National. It's a national problem. We filed the lawyers, and the thing is that in these cases you talk to really high rank, people in some positions.
Within, like, the Australian government?
Our government.
In the Israeli government?
Yeah.
To help support your
push connection
lawsuit.
and just see, like, this is not a one person issue. That's
Right.
what I feel. This is a diplomatic case.
Okay, real talk. One of the best things my wife Courtney and I ever did was honeymoon Israel. And now people keep asking me, wait, Argentina? Yeah, they're going to Argentina. Because being Jewish looks different all over the world. Buenos Aires has one of the largest Jewish communities on earth, and HMI's Argentina trips are an incredible mix of culture, food, nightlife, adventure, and honestly, just a damn good time. But also, being around other people who get it right now, that hits different. And that's really what HMI is about. You meet other couples in the same stages of life as you, figuring out careers, relationships, identity, family, what being Jewish or loving someone Jewish means right now. Jewish, Jewish, or Jew adjacent, everybody's welcome. And as someone who actually did HMI, I can tell you, those friendships stick. So if you've been looking for your people, check out one of their upcoming events to find out more at honeymoonisrael.org/beingjewish. That's honeymoonisrael.org/beingjewish.
So let's talk a little bit about that large honking necklace you got on.
It's just a jewelry. Why people get it's a jewelry?
When did you start wearing that giant necklace, and why?
All right. So first of all, I think pride. I think you should wear your Star of David, the biggest you can find, and use it also as a weapon.
What do you mean?
If you already wear it something that you can protect yourself with. I don't think you can.
This is pretty small. It's sharp, though. The edges are pretty... I could, definitely poke somebody in the eye with this one. I couldn't ninja star them to the face like you could.
Star of Ninja Star.
Yeah, there you go. Ninja Star of David.
Ninja Star of David.
We got to get that in the merch store.
Yeah. I'll take your idea and steal it.
Okay, perfect.
I have a lot of Star of Davids that I'm changing with the mood.
Are they all this big?
No. I have also one that is smaller that I'm really emotionally connected to.
Tell me about that one.
This one I got recently in Mexico from someone that she's following me.
It's connected to that blue thing behind it, or those two different necklaces?
No, it's two different necklaces. It's really fancy. She made it. She's a jeweler.
Why is that so special?
So her name is Sarah.
Shout out to Sarah in Mexico.
She just showed up after the show. It was a Pesach program. And she's telling me that she was sitting next to her father's bed for weeks when he had treatment for a very horrible disease. And it always felt like they're losing him. And she's telling me that they watch stand-up. That was the main thing that listen, in my journey I have a few steps that people had to shake me and tell me, hey, what you did, that's not just important, you have to keep doing it. That's people depending on it. And in her case, in Sarah's case, it was after, a year and a half after those moments that happened, that I realized that thanks to those moments, she had more content and she could follow someone that bring her what she needed. And he was in the show too, her father.
Oh,
She
wow.
said, this is the guy. That's like, you don't even know how much I love this man and how much you helped us. You really helped us.
Wow.
It's like a medicine. She said, we laughed, we had a good time, and I always thought that one day I'm going to give you this.
That's amazing.
And we hugged. I cried because I lost my dad. That's she hit the point that, as a comedian, you don't want to stand there and cry after a show, and it's weird. But I teared up really. I choked up, and we hugged and everything. And I told her, but you follow me, right? She said, yes. You saw all the videos. Yes. So you know that my father died. She said, of course. So why are you bringing your alive father to, like, what's the point of...
Why are you rubbing it in my face?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, look how healthy my dad is.
Let's talk about your dad a little bit since you brought him up. I know you've said that he really was part of raising you in a happy home because his parents were Holocaust survivors and he didn't grow up in a happy home. I wanted to make sure you had one. Can you tell me a little bit about what that environment was like?
My father told us when he was 4 years old, he realized that he's depending on himself. That's the saddest thing that a parent can tell you, that like at age 4, he realized that he needs to take care of himself. Yeah, very, very sad house. He remembers his mom mostly laying on bed with migrants, just laying like this. And sometimes she's like, she's shouting because probably memories came back to her. She was a really, really beautiful woman. And, to survive Auschwitz, it's... So the dark house, shades, never bring friends home, and father goes to work and come back at night. Not like a house that you want to imagine for your kids. And laughter and happy meals together and stuff like that.
Both your grandparents survivors of Auschwitz?
Yeah, from my father's side, yes. But also from my mother's side, that survive not being in the Holocaust, but they survived. I think we're all Holocaust survivors in a way.
Your mother's parents were in Morocco at that time?
Mm-hmm.
So going back to your dad, so what did he do to change the situation?
A lot of things that you're raising your kids, it's either from what you experienced as a kid or you want to do the opposite.
Totally.
It's either this or that.
Yeah.
So in my father, he took those things to the extreme opposite, alongside with stuff that he took from his parents, that their values of, show up on time and be hard worker and be a good person.
Sounds like he was a great man.
Yeah, wow. Listen, my father was my best friend, and we talk every day, and we had our laughters and our stuff. But it was a real mensch. Tough person. He knew what he's doing. Was funny. Reminded me King David. There's a lot of similarities.
How so?
He was a shepherd for a few years. He was loved by a lot of women. He was a dancer.
Oh. Was David a dancer?
I guess.
He
had moves.
He had moves. He was nimble.
Warrior. Both of them fought in a very important wars. He was relatively smaller. Was smaller than me. So David and Goliath.
Right.
He had curly hair. So the saying that David had. He was the father of Solomon.
Wisest man.
Wisest man ever lived. I'm just saying.
Okay. What's the feeling or responsibility of being, what we call a 3G, a third generation of Holocaust survivors, the grandkids of Holocaust survivors? What do you carry of that with you?
The best story is that I had two grandmothers. One of them is kind of absorbent, I would say, the Moroccan, and the other one survived Auschwitz, and she's not really up to all the God thing. Mm-hmm. So every year before Yom Kippur, you get a phone call from the grandmother, that the Moroccan, like, please, I want you to fast. It's very important. It's healthy. It's also good. Hashem wants you to clear your soul, and that's good. Forgiveness. And then half an hour after the fast starts, we get a phone call from the Polish grandmother. She goes, Yohay, I don't want you to fast. Don't fast. I didn't eat for 5 years. You can not fast, and your kids and your grandkids, no one fasting. So I didn't know what to do. So I did 1 hour this, 1 hour that. You know.
It's a pretty sweet deal.
Wanted to respect both. This is the story about like who, growing up Israeli, growing up with both of those such different cultures that shapes who you are.
What about today? I mean, as you do your work and move about the world and you're a father now, like how present is that knowledge of who you come from? And, is there a sense of legacy or responsibility in what you're doing?
Absolutely. It's in the little things. First of all, respect more. Because it's not that I didn't respect at all, but I wasn't listenful enough to what people bothered by the things I'm doing. For example, the F word.
Okay.
That bothers the people that follow me, but they love me, right?
Yeah.
So that's up to me to say, okay, what's the price? How much I need that, right? Let's start from there. Yes, Judaism, yes, I'm putting tefillin every morning. I am proud of it, but I'm not trying to show off with it. But for my lifestyle, that's something that I'm willing to do, and it helps me to strengthen my Jewish identity, to understand who I am. So when I'm talking about respect, if people tell me that they're watching grandmother, her daughter, and her grandkid together, they can watch my video together. So that given, you don't need to tell me if you can light it up, the F word, if you can make it less dirty, the set. You don't have to tell me that. You just have to tell me the story that the whole family watch your video.
Right.
So I'm trying to do my best.
You are a father yourself, as I mentioned. You have a 3-year-old daughter. How's that been? How you liking fatherhood?
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah.
I really like that. I found myself dealing with questions of life. I took her once to the kindergarten, and on the way back, I saw this old lady crossing the street with a stick. She struggled. When you have kids, you want to be there for them. You want to protect them and give them everything they need. So I'm going to be there as much as I can, but you won't. You won't be here in one point.
Right.
I saw this this old lady. I think she was 90 something. I said, one day my daughter, if everything going to go well, I hope people be nice to her when be that, my concern went that far as a father that I hope that she's going to be, she's going to be happy in this age also, and people going to be nice to her and help her to cross the street.
It's beautiful. Did you help the old lady cross the street?
No.
We call that hypocrisy in English.
Yeah.
Work that into your set.
Yeah.
The mother of your young daughter is an American woman. How has being married to an American changed your perspective on Americans?
That's a huge advantage because since we met, Kayla and I, it was kind of a bond, professional bond of culture, that I could have an opinion of someone that is wide perspective, international, and also really smart. My wife I think she's a genius. She told me the tour of 2022, end of 2022, that I started touring in America, that my perspective from the fact that I'm not from here, I can work it on my power to engage that and to acknowledge that and to give them something that I can help them to like my raw stuff a little more, because it's the jokes that you bring from your own culture are different. This bit was jokes that wrote themselves about who I am, my identity, why I can do all these things. She just told me, you fresh off the boat, you gotta acknowledge what's going on, what's up.
I mean, last night people were requesting it like a song at a concert. They were like, do the this I can do bit.
So, I'm half Moroccan and half Polish. Morocco. I can do jokes, don't get offended. I can do jokes about Moroccans, also about Africa, because Morocco is in Africa. Whatever you can do, Africa. I also got married to American lady 2 years ago, guys. American lady. And I just got the paper done. So I'm not only American, I'm African American right now. I can do it.
So that's always a good thing, but you don't like when people get upset that they see stuff that they already know.
Yeah.
But if you go to a movie and you watch all the trailers, you watch like 10 trailers, like, hey, I know this bit, like, I give it to you for free, and you come to my show. You always have 60-40, between 60 to something percent of new material, right?
Yeah.
And some stuff. But I love to redo old bits and to rework on them. I like it because it gets more layers to it.
Yeah.
And this I can do. I have 7 more jokes that are not online. That if I'm gonna do the bit, it's gonna be really refreshing with other stuff that they're in it.
That's awesome. What have you discovered that Americans don't understand about Israelis?
I love to put between the jokes some little insights. When I have the joke about the Druze soldier that served with me. So I'm saying we have Druze, we have Christians, we have Cherkessic, Bahamic, Bedouin.
Sure.
And Muslims. We have
Good.
Muslim soldiers. So before the joke about the Druze and that we got wounded and everything, to tell the world that we have all of those, whoever is in Israel, every ethnical background and religion that exists in the country also exists in the IDF. It's a very important thing to say that. So it's educational in a way.
So you like to
just
sprinkle
that
that in.
little information that I know won't divide the room. Not even only if I'm performing to Jews or wherever I'm performing. It won't divide the room because it's a fact that people need to know, which makes our apartheid the weirdest apartheid ever. So we have both of the part of the apart in the army.
Yeah. What about something that Israelis don't get about Americans?
It's in the little things. It's how we write emails. Have you ever rewrote an Israeli email to you convert it to American email?
No.
We always will go, no, you should do this, and I'll meet you there. Americans, if I send my wife the email to rewrite it, it was from 1 line to 2 pages. Like, hey, thank you. The email finds you well. Thank you so much for the effort that you do. And Israel will go, no, man, 10 is not good. Let's do it 11.
I wish I could send more Israeli emails then. I'm always having to stop myself and add the flowery crap because people need it to not get upset.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, with texting with you, I realized that you're way more Israeli than American. That's for sure. But it's not always a compliment.
Okay, well, I'm going to take it as one in this case.
Imagine that you always want to be less monkey in the meeting when we're a few Israelis in a American restaurant. Okay. You don't want to be the most monkey on that chain. You want to be second monkey, third monkey, and I will explain.
Okay, please.
The check comes like, no, you put too much tip. Less next to the waitress. Right. Put less tip. You don't need all that much. What did she do? She didn't do that much. So it's like, oh my God, I'm happy I'm not this. Right. Because I know with other Israelis, I'm gonna be this person. Not with that example, but like my appearance and my rudeness would come out that way. Mm-hmm. It's evolution.
I love it. What about European Jews? I mean, you've traveled all over the place. Is there a general European Jew vibe?
What I noticed, which is really cool, as Jews speaking all languages all over the world, Jews culturally really, they have a lot of information that we hold together about what's going on everywhere. We're like sensors. We're like, when the hate goes up, we really collaborated, really amazing as a tribe. And I see that now because I'm seeing us. And the third thing that is pretty awesome is that we really look alike. Not just by the way we look as people, but the way we look as people, like as a group. It's the same people whenever I go. It's kind of it's a mind tricky thing that it would get you. These guys flew with me here from Australia. I was just in Australia. Now it's Europe. It's not the same group, but it's the same group.
Meaning like the energy is the same?
It's the same people in a way. It's the same. You have all of those people that were concerned this week about their kids to send them to school because of this and that. They were get threats and all the, but still you sit in front of them and you get the same vibe of family, and they're just with a little bit of a different accent, the people from next week. It's always remind me the Chulent,
Remind you what?
Chulent.
A cholent.
Yeah. That no matter where
like
you're
a stew?
Yeah, no matter where you're from, you would back in the day you would take your pot with some mainly same ingredients. It's a little bit changes, but all over the world, you put it in the city oven.
Yep.
Before electricity, you come back to take the food on Friday night first time, and then you put it back and take it back to Saturday morning, and that bond, that pot, it's the Jewish people.
Speaking of, Jewish ritual and tradition, you are...
I'm circumcised, yes.
Yes, that's what I noticed.
Yeah.
But you're unusually, at least in my experience, religiously connected for an Israeli. Most of the Israelis I meet are generally pretty secular. But you wrap tefillin, I've seen you, do blessings over food and over water. Have you always been that religiously?
No.
Okay, so where's that coming from?
I feel that it's more of a like I'm keeping my tradition more than what I'm religious. That's how would I describe it. It's kind of new. It started with my journey, my recent journey, and after my father passed away. I think it started with the studying of who we are, for saying the things that I'm saying on stage. I needed to figure them out, and a lot of stuff that you're studying it, and you get more and more connected to your roots. I think it's coming from this place. My sister and I, we work together on the show. My sister, shout out Zohar. She's an amazing writer. She's really smart.
Does she help you write the show?
She helped me write and edit the script. Yeah.
How cool is that? So wait,
for a lot of time.
All right, hold on. So time out. Who else from your family works on your?
I have another family member that I grew up with. It's my cousin that he has a ticketing site. He's a producer, and we work together 20 years.
Amazing. So you got the cousin who's producing and ticketing.
My wife manages the project.
Your wife is your manager.
The company. She's my manager, and she manages the company that we own.
Anybody else?
This is basically like a falafel store of
comedy.
It's a halal. It's a halal cart in the Times Square. I believe that's the way to do things with people that care about you.
It's amazing. I'll always ask my wife to help me. She's like, hell no.
Yeah.
She's like, we're going to fight. I don't want to help you. You got to do your thing, and then I'll see you for dinner.
Yeah.
I still love you, babe.
I met your wife. She's awesome.
She is awesome.
But another note about my wife.
Yeah, please.
That she's also really funny. She's also writing with me. And
oh my gosh.
She's had a lot of funny things that became part of the show. It's not like writing from me. It's like she said stuff that she commented about things and it got in.
Right.
And about my sister, that when we tried to work after the Shiva of my dad, she told me, you forget that my father also passed away. It's not, what a bad luck. It's the comedian that lost his dad and the main writer. We both lost our father at the same day. So... No, it's supposed to be like a funny thing too. Yeah.
Well, I heard
that's
that
the
in
American.
like a sad way.
That's the sensitivity of America. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I asked ChatGPT, I'm really sad. Can you tell me something funny? I lost my dad, and ChatGPT goes, knock knock. It's like, who's there? Not your dad.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we've talked about your wife. We've talked about your kid. We've talked about your dad. We haven't talked so much about your mom. I know you credit her with really helping you get on the path to comedy. She was super supportive of you. As I've read, you called yourself less of a class clown and more of a joke technician. We talked about this last night, and I've got the backstage footage for you if you are a member of our Kehillah.
What a surprise.
Bam. If you are part of my subscriber-only community, which you can join at any time at beingjewishpodcast.com/community. You get weekly bonus exclusive footage. You get merch opportunities, discounts. You get monthly office hours live with me online. Lots of other fun stuff. We would love to have you part of the community. Please join. I want to talk about a couple of Yohay catchphrases and things that I've caught along the way. Your previous tour that you did was called Self-Loving Jew. Tell me where that came from.
It's a good sentence to summarize what I'm going to do on stage that tour. And also had a joke about self-hating Jew that they just speak that's the time now to criticize Jews, and that's the time now to criticize Israel when we're the most wounded
right, when we're
nation,
the most
vulnerable. And now you're like, we just as a Jew, like it was a lot of bit about that in the show. So that I thought, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm a self-loving Jew in the show. That's the opposite than these guys.
Have you encountered what you would consider self-hating Jews in your real life, and how do you handle those folks?
Comedy, and that's the acknowledgement of what they're doing was always that it's like someone is drowning, and instead of pulling him out of the water and save him for a second, you're like, hey, you forget to put sunscreen.
Right.
I'm drowning. I'm not saying that they're per se bad people, but the more they have a problem with prioritizing what's more important, right?
And they're not helping, that's for sure.
They're not helping, yeah.
Something you've said also is, be Jew, be you, this you can do. What does that mean?
It means that wear your identity. I always see those in New York with the yarmulke and the tzitzits outside, and they don't even ask the question if I can be myself.
Yeah,
right?
Totally.
These guys inspire me to wear a Star of David or to not to shy out from who I am. So yeah, be you, be Jew. This is something that you can do. This I can do. You can do.
And should.
Yeah.
All right. We have come to the end here, which means it's time for a little game.
All right.
And,
I love games.
Yeah. So we're going to do...
Can I win?
Yes, you can win a Rip Van mini waffle.
No. Come on, sir.
That I happen to bring with me to the show today. You can win this dessert.
Where's the producer? Guys.
Before we shot this episode, we shot a little behind-the-scenes piece, and Yohay, who noticed all the wonderful awards and things we've gotten from previous guests, he wanted to participate and leave something behind as well. So he gave me this special limited edition, one of one, Rip Van mini waffle, Dutch caramel and vanilla, a Stroop waffle.
That's shaming now. That's shaming. I was embarrassed that I didn't get it. I didn't know you give gift.
You can leave that. You want to leave that necklace here?
Who are you, Ceausescu? Why we need to gift him? What are you, Greek god? Why we give? If we gift the person, you guys can tell me that I need to give a gift. Well, I was in Target.
When you write a book, we'll put it on the shelf with our other guests' books.
Will you?
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I am writing a book.
I figured.
Yeah.
You should have
with
one.
this English. I'm writing a book.
Are you?
Yeah. Google Translate.
All right, so let's get to this game. We're going to do our lightning round. We're going to do our Israeli edition, Zeh o Zeh. I'm going to name two things. You pick Zeh o Zeh, all right?
Okay.
Tel Aviv or Jerusalem?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Starting off with the hard ones.
Jerusalem.
Boom. Laugh Factory or Comedy Store?
Laugh Factory.
How come?
Because they never got me into the Comedy Store. I played there once on an open mic. Mm-hmm. I'm a regular at the Laugh.
Nice.
And I love them.
Moroccan food or Polish food?
Come on, man. You can...
That is a layup.
It's just...
But just to
Moroccan.
say it. Yes,
come on,
okay.
of course.
Mizrahim or Ashkenazim?
I'm both. I'm both.
Yeah.
It depends what day. It depends on the season.
On the season?
Yeah, in the winter, more Mizrahis.
Okay.
In the summer, it's hot, so Ashkenazis.
Nice. Who's got a tougher crowd, LA or New York?
It's funny because the people here are nicer than wherever you go. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Here, I'm considered not nice enough.
Okay.
And in New York, I'm too nice. But in Canada, I'm a real asshole.
Who laughs more, LA or New York? Or is it all the same?
I think LA. I would say LA.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who's tougher, London or Berlin?
Berlin.
Israelis or Americans? Tougher crowd?
Israelis.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because they don't understand what you're saying because it's in English?
Yeah.
Figured. Orthodox or Reform?
As a crowd?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Orthodox is more religious, Reform less religious.
So the more is the tough.
Is tougher?
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested because the more, I assume sort of the more Orthodox are even more, devoted to Jewish and Israel and more.
But also I love about religious Jews that they're aware of the mitzvah of laughter together. That's more important to them. Also in Israel, the religious, they're like, yeah, make us laugh. It's a mitzvah to sit together and laugh. That's and I feel that when this energy. Yeah. So like it's gonna be clean. Don't worry, you do the stand up, do whatever you want. We trust you. They really want the show. They're really happy to have people together laughing. And you feel it in both of those groups.
That's awesome. Shawarma, plate or pita?
I used to be vegan for a very long time.
What about now?
Pita.
You used to be vegan until you got canceled at a comedy show in Israel?
Yeah.
Passover or Yom Kippur?
Oh, Yom Kippur.
Why?
Need to lose weight.
Bris or bar mitzvah?
Bar mitzvah, no one get hurt.
Right. Unless you have a really intense horror or someone drops off the chair.
Yeah, but it's more rare.
Not in my family. We've sent some people to the hospital in our horrors. They get really rowdy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. More at the weddings than at the bar mitzvahs, but yeah.
So your bar mitzvahs make Bris look less violent.
That's right.
That's sad.
Yeah. Hatikva or Star Spangled Banner?
Hatikva.
It's a little sadder of sounding.
Yeah, it's a song that put people together. The song is kind of cute song.
Cute. I don't think anyone's ever called Hatikva cute. Are you Asian or African American?
Depends what body part we're talking about.
Hamas or Hezbollah?
Luckily, they're both beneath the ground right now.
That's right. Moshe Rabbeinu or Moshe Dayan?
Moshe Rabbeinu.
Larry David or Larry Bird?
Who's Larry Bird?
Great. Naftali Bennett or Tony Bennett?
I need to educate myself.
You don't know
right?
Tony Bennett? Okay. I thought it was a dice roll if you were going to know
Sounds
Tony.
familiar.
He's a singer.
Ah, so him.
Elon Musk or Elon Gold?
Elon Gold. Absolutely.
Golda Meir or John Mayer?
Golda Meir. I'm a big fan.
What do you have against John Mayer?
Golda is more kicker. You've watched the movie?
No, I haven't seen the Helen Mirren movie. I haven't watched it.
There's a lot of stuff that we didn't know about her, but in the movie they show also the things that we knew about, and all together it's a good movie.
I've heard that both Golda and John are both very sexually promiscuous, so they've got that in common.
All right, that's fair.
All right, and the last question that we ask of all our guests: challah, rip or slice?
Sliced.
Wow!
Yeah, that makes me Ashkenazi.
What a turn! What a left! I did not expect that. In fact, I almost was going to come out and say I knew what it was going to be.
When my father-in-law tears it, because he's been told this is not his personality. He's more European vibe. It's very but he tears it. It always feels to me like a very savagey ritual.
So we got a slicer. I tend to be a slicer too. I prefer a slice. I want a nice.
It's also weird, after the bracha that you start. It's also weird to cut it like this.
I guess. I mean, to me, that's.
I guess the answer is ketosis.
Ketosis. That's right. Almond flour challah.
Yeah. No, don't touch the challah. Don't even touch it.
If you make an almond flour,
glass
then you can
on
eat
it, give it to the kids, and they will do whatever they want.
All right, Yohay. Thank you so much for
what an honor,
coming
man.
To sit, man. This has been awesome.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Best time,
Good. I'm glad.
Next time I'm here, I'm going to give you a gift or something.
Hell yeah. All right.
A little you. I'm going to give you another little of you.
That's great.
A little me that you.
Perfect. They can be hanging out together.
Yeah.
Yohay, people want to follow along with what you're up to next, the Genesis show and tour, all the places you're going to be. Where can they find you and follow your work?
It's in my site. We have a link on Instagram in the bio, also www.sponder-standup.com, I think.
Wow, that was such a not confident delivery of that.
I don't know if.
So what's your Instagram? Just Yohay Sponder, yeah?
That's my
name.
At
Yohay Sponder.
Yeah.
That's how I found him. Lots of hilarious clips for you to enjoy for hours.
Beacon Theater, October 8th.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. The Beacon's huge. So New Yorkers, take note. Beacon Theater, October 8th.
It's a nice date. I'm proud of it.
Oh, that's also a special date, too. That'll be really interesting. Don't miss that one. Thank you for being here. You're awesome. You're the man. This was super fun. And for all of you beautiful watchers and listeners out there, thank you for tuning in. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content. If you find the show of value, please consider yourself an ambassador and help spread the word so we can keep growing the show. Also, make sure you're following us on all the socials at Jonah Platt and at Being Jewish Podcast. Sign up for my newsletter, which you can do at www.beingjewishpodcast.com, where we also have a calendar of all my upcoming appearances, our BJJP merch store, transcripts of all my monologues, and unique pages on every episode we've ever recorded, and more. And now, for your listening and or viewing pleasure, here, as promised, is more exclusive footage from inside the Saban Theater in Los Angeles last night as I took in the hilarious comedic stylings of Yohay Sponder.
In LA, you don't know what you're dealing with. Just saying, you look good. A lot of surgeries. I saw a really beautiful lady next to the pool, more or less my age, and she looks good. So I thought, wow. She's my age, I'm married, but she looks good. And then she stood up and she started to walk from there. And this city is weird. I don't feel comfortable here. I'm wearing my own face. I look good for my age? Thanks. Yeah. No surgeries, guys. No nothing. Only hair implants. I did hair implants. I was bald. Didn't like it. But I donated myself. So it's my hair. No, girls, when you do, you put stuff that you didn't have. This is I have. It's not. I didn't cheat. It's a relocation. I wanted to do the surgery with the six-pack? I wanted to do that. It looks good. No one knows that you didn't work out. It looks good. Six-packs with silicone. רגע, תן להגיע לפאנץ'. Just a second. Hold it. Six-packs, but I was scared that I'm going to gain weight with my wife in the next pregnancy, and then it's going to split, like cow tits. Like a mango. I didn't want to look like a mango. When you open the mango. Questions about the show? Where did I get it? Okay, it's in a French store in Tel Aviv. This is the smallest we have. And, it's a quarter of a kilo, what I have here. I believe that if you wear a Star of David, wear it. Or nothing. Wear it big enough that it's a weapon. Someone come in the subway, dirty Jew. Come on, come here.
Are all of the stories you told us true? All of them.
You ask something and answer? Right? That's what happened here? How many of your stories are true? All of them. That's what he said. If I can beatbox?
Yeah, beatbox.
Am I auditioning now? What's happening here? What's happening here, guys? I'm in LA, I know. For the last time. Where I'm coming to Shabbat. Oh, that's a Jewish question. When I'm coming to Shabbat? On Friday. Where you inviting?
Yes.
Nice. For tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. What's your ethnical background? Shh. Where are your parents from? Russia? I'll pass.
Big thanks to Honeymoon Israel for supporting today's episode. I know firsthand what it's like to fall in love with someone who isn't Jewish and be looking for other people who get it. If that's you, check out HMI's trips at honeymoonisrael.org/beingjewish.